All right, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can actually go about building an iPhone app using Cursor. And it's actually an easier process to set up than creating the environment to build out websites and web apps using Cursor. Whereas with sites and web apps, you may connect Cursor to a development environment like Replit. When it comes to iPhone apps, you're going to be downloading the software Xcode and connecting Xcode to Cursor. And that process of connecting Xcode to Cursor is actually a very straightforward one. And so this is pretty cool because with Cursor, you can actually prompt for the code for the programming language Swift, which is what iPhone apps are built with. And so if you haven't already, you can check out the video that I did on setting up a development environment to build out websites and web apps and connecting Cursor with Replit. But getting into this, the first step you're going to want to take is to download the software Xcode. Now, once you have Xcode downloaded, the first step you're going to take is to create a new project. So you're going to click on new project, and then you're going to see this list of templates come up. You're going to choose app. Once you choose app, you're going to click on next, and then you're going to name the app that you're looking to build. So I'm going to type in business card app, which is actually something that I'm looking to ultimately put together. And I have a folder here already created. So you're going to create a folder to house all of your iOS apps. So I have a folder called iOS ideas on my computer. So you're going to save the folder in this folder that you create, and you're going to click on create. And then once you do that, a page will come up showing the base files for this iPhone app. It's using iPhone 16 Pro features. And now from here, you're going to go over to Cursor. So if you're not familiar with Cursor, Cursor is an AI code editor that enables you to code using natural language by simply having a command of the English language. So you're going to want to go ahead and download Cursor if you haven't already. Once you've downloaded Cursor, you're going to pull it up. And whereas with sites and web apps, you would be creating an SSH key. In this case, you're just going to go ahead and open a folder. And then once you click open a folder, you're going to look for that folder that you created where you housed your project in. Mine was called iOS Ideas. I'm going to open that. And so then now you see this business card app that popped up on the screen. And then with Cursor, what you're able to do is use its composer feature, which is super cool. You click on Command I, it's going to pull up the Cursor composer, and now you can start prompting. Typically, what I like to do is have an outline already sort of laid out and paste it into the composer so that you can kind of have a base to begin with. In this case, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show just what it looks like to use the Cursor Composer and connect that with Xcode. And so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to prompt with an app that I like called Talk-tastic that will let you speak into your chat box and create the prompts using your voice rather than even typing. So I bounce back between typing and using Talk-tastic, but I'm going to click on Talk-tastic and tap it. So I'm looking to create a business card app to where people are able to exchange contact information. And with this app, the person receiving the contact information first does not have to have the app downloaded on their phone for there to be a mutual exchange. The app is going to be called Business Card App. I'd like for there to be a futuristic purple, black, white aesthetic for it. So we're going to start with just that. Talk-tastic is cool because it'll actually format what you say into like a more comprehensible type of language. So you see over here, it even said, I'm developing a business card app for contact information exchange. The key feature is that the recipient doesn't need the app installed for mutual exchange to correct. So it's interesting how like it doesn't even paste verbatim what I said. It actually summarizes and polishes the language to make it even more coherent. It'll be called business card app and have a futuristic aesthetic with purple, black, and white colors. All right, so now I'm then gonna click add. If you click add, you can actually tag the code base, full code base, and then I'm gonna press enter. And then you'll see it grab all the files from the app and start to make those modifications. And if it doesn't, then you can prompt for it to make the actual updates. So you can see in the background here, it's making changes. So I'm gonna go ahead and just, so we'll see. So it says, here's a suggested modification to the content view Swift file. This code creates a basic structure for your business card app with the following features: a business card struct to hold the user's information, futuristic background, a white business card display, share a business card button. Then it kind of gives you some next steps. So I'm gonna save this and then I'm gonna click accept all. Now, once you accept all, that means that the changes you made to the project have been applied to Xcode. And now in order to run it and see what went through, you're going to go to Xcode, and at the top left on the toolbar, you're going to click this play button. And then when you click this play button, you're going to see an iPhone emulator come up, and that iPhone emulator will show what the result of the prompt was. So on the top here, it says installing business card app to iPhone 16 Pro 3. It's taking a little bit of time to go through. So I pressed the refresh button and you see this emulator is popped up here. Now it's loading. All right, so you see this iPhone 16 Pro simulator came out. It gave me the purple background that I asked for. It gave this purple button right here, business card app with some information. And then you're able to go from here. I don't like that purple button, so what I'm going to say is, can you go ahead and make the purple button at the bottom black? So it's going to go ahead and make those modifications. I'm going to save that. Accept. All right, so I made the change to the button, turned the button on the bottom black, which is what my specification was. And so there you go. From there, you continue to prompt and build out the pages of the app as you will. This is only the beginning of what it takes to build out the iPhone app. The actual setting up of the environment is straightforward, and then you can start prompting from there using Cursor. However, in order to actually bring it to life, you have to have an Apple's developer account. You have to go through test flight, Apple's beta testing, alpha and beta testing process. You have to submit it to Apple for approval in the App Store. So this is just the beginning of the steps that it would take to actually release the mobile app in the App Store. But as far as setting up the environment to build it out, the fact that you're able to connect Cursor to Xcode and build and actually start testing out and visualizing what you like to see is very powerful. So let me know what you think about this. If you want me to go further in depth, I definitely can. But here you are, how to set up the development environment to build out an iPhone app using Cursor and Xcode.